Get up, mama. How you doing? This is your daily reminder to take at least 5 minutes for yourself. It's 24 hours in a day, mama. You deserve to spend at least 5 minutes on yourself, girl. That's just 5 minutes. You can get your spark back. I'm not just telling you this to make you feel good. I'm telling you this because I know this. First-hand experience. Roll the clip back real quick. This is what it looks like. I lost my spark. I lost my spark before I had my kids. But when I actually had my kids, I really lost my spark. I was really out here looking like this. Mind you, I did drop my weight though. Mind you, I did have twins, but I ain't have to look like that. When I look back at myself, I feel like I just wish I could give myself a hug back then. Because if I knew I let myself go, I came to tell you that you can get your spark back. You are in control of your spark. You decide if your spark leave, and you decide if your spark stays. Comes back, however you want to look at it. Like, you have the power to do that. And I say that because I've seen a few times where us as women, we give a lot of power to other people. And I want you to know that you are in control of your spark. And you need to know that you lost your spark. No one made you lose your spark. Like, I know people play a part in losing your spark. I know things play a part in losing your spark. I get that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, don't give them that much control. Because if you give them that much control, you won't understand that you have the power to get your spark back. Yes, you made bad choices. Yes, you made bad decisions. Okay, you know that now. So now you just got to make better decisions. Set boundaries. It's okay. Take a deep breath. You ain't the first person and you ain't going to be the last, baby. What my grandma say, keep a living. We all going to go through that. It happens to the best of us. It's okay. The good thing is you can get it back. It's just all about, like, what are you willing to do to get your spark back? Start pointing to yourself. You start pointing to yourself by doing small things to rebuild yourself, to create new habits, to create new routines. I would always say start with the way that you look. When you look good, you feel good, baby. That is a cliche statement. But that statement is so true. When you look good, you feel good. It changes the way that you feel about yourself. It can change your mood. It gives you like a boost of confidence. The confidence that you need right now at this moment. It's easy to lose your spark sometimes. I understand. Your hormones may be all over the place, especially if you're a new mom, or if you are a mom who are about to have kids, or like your hormones are all over the place. And not just that, just as a woman, our hormones are all over the place. And just imagine you done grow a whole human being, sometimes more than one in your body. Your body done transform, baby. It need a minute to come back to life. That doesn't mean let yourself go. But I do understand hormones can play a huge factor in your bounce back after you have kids. And pointing to yourself is not just about your physical. It's not just about healing your physical aspect of yourself. It's about healing your mental too. Like when you pour into yourself, right? So I say start with the way you look, because it boosts your confidence in a way that is needed at this particular moment. You need that dopamine to give you like that boost, that start. I would say start with getting yourself together. I ain't say you got to get all dolled up. I'm just saying get yourself together to where you feel good, to where you feel cute. Get yourself together, girl. Wash your face, brush your teeth, do your hair. I know, I understand. Some people like, well, that's simple. That's something you should be done automatically. I understand that. But something, when you have these little humans, it's like we forget about ourselves because it is so much that goes into it. It's like, how can this little human control my life this much? But it happens. And sometimes that puts you in a position where, I'm going to speak for myself. Sometimes that puts you in a position where when you first wake up in the morning, you don't brush your teeth or wash your face. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or do your hair, get yourself together. Yeah, it was to the point where I was waking up and I was just feeding my kids. I was breastfeeding my twins. So I was just trying to make sure they stayed alive. They were fed. I was trying to make sure I fed them properly because I was breastfeeding. And when it comes with breastfeeding, you got to make sure they have enough food. So I'm trying to make sure I'm good for that, right? Anyways, just know that getting myself together was not my first priority. As you can see, that was not my first priority, but I had to make it my first priority because that played a part into how I felt. When you look good, you feel good. When you look a mess, you feel a mess. I'm not saying you cannot be comfortable. Comfortable can be cute. I'm just saying, get yourself together, fix yourself up, brush your teeth, wash your face. Get yourself together, start there. If you're already there, start with saying some affirmations, speaking some life into yourself. Change your perspective on the way that you see your life and the way that you see your life going, or the direction that your life is going. If you wanted to go in a different direction, change your perspective. Give yourself a new viewpoint. That's how I started. It was a struggle for me when I first had my kids to get up before them, because I was always tired. I was always restless. I'm always watching them. It was just a lot, to the point where, I had to start speaking some life over myself, because I lost a lot of motivation. I lost a lot of desires. So I had to speak those things back into my life. A wise person once said, when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you got to go find happiness. Happiness doesn't always find you. So I would say, speak some life into yourself. Sometimes we're in these dark places and we're not even aware of it. Sometimes we're not even the first person that sees it. It's the people that are close to us that sees that we're in these dark places. And I would just say, on a daily basis, get used to speaking life into yourself, to transform your mind, to transform your perspective. When you're in that state, you're not feeling like yourself. You don't understand your worth. You don't know your value. And I want to speak to the at-home mamas. Get yourself together at that house, girl. Get yourself together. It is very important. I know you're in the comfort of your home, but you still need to get yourself together. It'll drive you crazy. And, present yourself well, cute and comfortable in the house. Get yourself together. Put some effort into the way that you look. Care about how you look. Care about your presentation. It will play a positive role. It'll play a positive role on how you see yourself. The things you feel like you can accomplish, or where you see yourself going in life. Speak some life into yourself. I would say the most beneficial thing that helped me during my process, during my get up mama journey, like finding my way back to myself, I would say would have to be my relationship with God. Because it's like, I got myself in this mess. I'm going to need some help getting myself up out of this. And you got to have something higher to believe in. You got to have something bigger than yourself to believe in. Because, baby, the pain that you feel sometimes when you go through things, the strength that you need during those times, during those trials, during those tribulations, during those hard times, I had to go find it. I had to go get help from someone else, because I couldn't do it by myself. I just say that I couldn't do it by myself. So praying for myself, praying to God just giving me strength to get up. Like, God, I need you right now. I need your help. Because, baby, I ain't got it. Whatever I got going on, I ain't talking about too much. So, God, I need you, because I don't like where I'm at right now. And I know I don't want to stay here. And I know this is not the person. This is not the daughter that you created. This is not the person that you created. I know my skills. I know my abilities. I know my character. I know my personality. I am wonderfully and fearfully made, and I know the person I am right now. This is not who you created me to be. So, God, I need you. Right now, I need you to uplift me in this moment. I need you to show me where you need me to be, because I know this ain't it. Say some words of affirmation. And the biggest thing is, you're going to have to find out who you are during this whole entire process. Pointing to yourself is about finding out who you are. It's about evolving, becoming a better version of yourself. You don't like where you are right now, right? So the goal is to evolve. The goal is to become a better version of yourself. So you're going to have to find out who you are, how you get to where you are, what makes you tick, what triggers you. What type of person are you? Are you a morning person? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? And there's nothing wrong with being either one. Do you get upset easily? Do you get quiet when things bother you? Or do you speak up? Are you adventurous? Are you the shy type? Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Those type of things. You got to get to know yourself. You got to pour into yourself every single day. So you can get to know yourself, so you can learn yourself, so you can rebuild yourself, reform yourself, realign yourself, rebrand yourself. It's not a hard task. I know it sounds like a lot, right? Like pour into yourself, do this, do that. But pouring into yourself is about finding those small pockets of joy throughout the day. That's it. And to me, joy is evolving myself. Finding out how to become the best version of myself. To me, that's what pouring into myself means. For an example, I want to strengthen my relationship with God. I want to become more spiritual. There are things that I do throughout the day to achieve those goals. I have my alarm set for noon to remind me that, hey, take a moment to meditate, to see where you are, to check on yourself, to say a little small prayer for yourself. I do small things like that. I also find hobbies that I can do throughout the day for me. I also do things that bring out my inner child. The biggest thing I learned all year is to learn how to feel my emotions. And I want you to know, like during this process, just because you start pointing to yourself, just because you start learning yourself, it doesn't mean it's going to solve all your problems. It just means it's going to give you tools and experience to help you deal with life issues a little bit better. Because life going to come with its problems. They ain't going nowhere, baby. But the thing is, you get better with the fall each time. That's all I can say. You just get better with the fall each time. I would say give yourself grace during the process. You don't know how big your monster is. It's something we can talk about later, but you don't know how big your insecurities are. You don't know how big your lack of self-worth is. So you don't know how long it's going to take to tackle them. You don't know how long they've been growing. So you got to give yourself some grace. I didn't say go play around. You got to take it serious, but you also have to give yourself some grace and understand that you're human. And it took some time to create these habits. So it's going to take time to create new habits and to form new habits. You start small. You create your routine. You're also going to want to start consuming different things. Whatever you're doing right now is keeping you in the space that you're in. You want to listen to new things. You want to try new things. I'm not saying you got to go try all new things. I'm just saying you're going to want to put yourself in different environments. Expose yourself to new things. For an example, expose yourself to things that you want to become aligned with. If you want to learn more about finances, expose yourself to more podcasts about finances, more books about finances. Consume the things that you want to attract in your life. All right, so we're going to run through that again. But when you have all the power, I need you to know that you can get your spark back. I know it may not feel like it. I know it may feel like it's impossible to get your spark back right now. But you can get your spark back, baby. You can. You just got to be intentional, and it's going to take time. You're going to start small. For the first week, choose one thing. If you want to start with getting yourself together in the morning time, do that. 1 week straight. Every morning, wake up at the same time, getting yourself together. And don't try to do too much. Don't get long at it. Don't try to put too much on your plate. Okay, so we're going to start small. The smallest things can have the biggest impact. If you're already doing that, say your affirmations. Speak some life into yourself. Find out who you are. Get to know yourself. When you start small, pay attention to how you react. Pay attention to how you shift. And be mindful of the things that you consume. Consume the things that you want to attract. So, okay, we're going to wrap this up. I hope y'all enjoy some of these tips. These are some things I did when I was going through my sad and soggy stage. So, I hope it can help some of y'all out. If y'all have any questions, just let me know in the comments. But whatever you choose to do, remember to live on yourself just a little bit more today. Pour into you. You got this, baby.